Thanks for watching, guys. Next week, we will be bringing you our 4th annual Hey Guys Awards. This is when we get to celebrate you, and you guys do not want to miss it. We will see you then.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tell them sit down. Be humble. Sit down.
Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting and with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good.
Well, guys, Giannis.
Boy, that's fascinating stuff, DA. Thank you so much. What better way to learn from your mistakes? We should have a fan favorite here tonight. 2 fast break teams, lots of highlight reel plays. Doris, what can either side do to try and slow down the other?
Well, both teams love to take turnovers and turn them into highlight reel dunks. So one, you've got to take high quality shots, take care of the basketball, make sure you're getting good shots every trip, Kev.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Morris and Gortat together down low. Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. And it's Wall in at the point. Now here's Antetokounmpo, and Middleton kicks to Antetokounmpo. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
Now here's Beal. 17 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And what opened things up for him was his passing. He was making so many plays that the D had to play off him.
Antetokounmpo against Beal. There's the pick. Middleton the pass to Parker. Shot clock at 6. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened.
Beal, that's for 2. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
You cannot allow Beal to just catch and shoot. That's a warm-up shot for him.
Maker dishes to Bledsoe. Bucks passing it around for 3. Middleton, and the call will be against Thon Maker. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
Well, the aggressive attitude getting the best of him that time.
And Beal kicks to Gortat. And here's Wall outside. A second chance effort, and there's the nice layup by Gortat. Gortat's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, we know he's in the upper echelon of offensive rebounders. Gortat always working on the interior.
Antetokounmpo against Porter. Gortat with the block.
Man, they had high hopes for a fast start. They get out of the gates 0 for 4.
No problems knocking that one down. Beal's got 5 points so far.
How quick is that release? And it's 3 on the board. Beal doing what he does best.
Maker. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wall passes to Porter. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Man, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And when I watch Eric Bledsoe, I really feel like he's at his best when he's kind of prodding a defense. So hard to keep away from the rim. When he attacks, it just opens everything else up in his offensive game.
You know, when he started out in his career, he was a little bit inconsistent at the free throw line, but now Bledsoe, not a guy you want to put at the charity stripe.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy.
And Greg, as you said, the aggressiveness Bledsoe has going to the rim is a key for him to getting those open shots then on the perimeter.
And the team is at their best when he is in attack mode. Opens up lanes for cuts as you just can't keep him out of the paint. Knows when to drop off a pass after he beats his opponent as well for an easy score.
And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Takes the 13-footer. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now here's Bledsoe. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans.
And it wasn't only his scoring, the intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
Here's Maker, and he uses the glass on the layup. Maker's got 6 points. Washington leading now by 7. Wall dishes to Porter. He feeds it to Beal. Gortat with a screen on Middleton. And it's Wall in the corner. And again, Washington with the triple.
He knows that when he's hitting that three-pointer, defenders can't go under the screen anymore, and that makes a huge difference.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
Yeah, and their last time playing against this club, they fell short. A lot of cheap fouls really plagued their starting unit.
You know, you try to establish consistent substitution patterns. It helps you stay in a rhythm, and they had to go to their bench much too early.
Now here's Porter, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. The kick out to Wall. And again, Washington with the triple.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead. And this is why you work the ball inside, right? To get the easiest shot possible.
And Beal kicks to Gortat. To the wing on the left. Inside, out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Porter.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
It's good. And it's 8 points for Thon Maker.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
Wall against Bledsoe. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. John Wall's become one of the best passers in the game. There's no doubt about that. He sets up his teammates very well for scoring.
He really does, Kev. Last year, second in the NBA in assists per game, almost 11 a game. He set the mark for most assists in a single season by a Wizard. What a great passer this guy has been his whole career.
Mike Scott's checked in for Washington. Bledsoe passes to Maker. They set the pick. Kicks it down to Middleton. Knocks it loose and stolen by Scott. Here we go, one-on-one. Wall dishes to Gortat. Rebound, Milwaukee. Parker outside. Back to Maker. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And last season, I think we saw just what could be a preview of what the Washington Wizards can be moving forward, right? They return to the second round of the playoffs. They have a clear core and strength to build around for the future.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Gortat. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Satoransky's subbed in for Bradley Beal. Now here's Wall. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Washington. Lets the 3 fly. Kept alive. Bucks trail by 8. The feed to Snell. Here's Parker. His first attempt of the game finds the target. And Doris, as you mentioned, it had been a roller coaster of season finishes for the Wizards over the last few years. Now they know exactly where they stand.
You know, Kevin, I think equally important, they know the destination they want to get to. John Wall has shown he is an elite talent in the NBA who can carry them in a postseason series. And I think as long as Wall is there, this team has an opportunity to contend in the East.
So it's the Bucks now after the basket by Washington. Parker sets the screen for Bledsoe. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his 4th assist in this one. Washington leading now by 6. To the wing on the left. Wall wide open. Connects from 3-point range. Wall's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
Here's Satoransky. Another one falls for Washington.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they've been aggressive and assertive right from the opening tip. They've seized command of this game. Let's see what happens.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Henson's checked in for Maker. Muhammad comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. Dishes it to Muhammad. Back to Dellavedova. Now here's Muhammad. Not a lot of room. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Washington called for the foul.
What a nice move by Muhammad. Aggressive attacking off the bounce.
The Bucks have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. Hey, Doris, Shabazz Muhammad, a player that has slid nicely into that sixth-man role, comes in looking to score, but does so in an efficient manner and can help his offense without taking too many shots.
Right, Kev. You don't find too many sixth men who will come and consistently shoot over 45%. Shabazz Muhammad has done exactly that, and it's rare to have that kind of efficiency off the bench.
Here's Satoransky. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Oubre with it. Here's Mahimi. And he lays it straight in. And the Wizards lead by 12.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
Scott against Parker. Puts it up from 12. Goes back up. And the rejection by Mahimi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahimi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Now, here's Scott. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Yeah, that's a surprising miss, Greg. I have a feeling if they get that shot again, they'll knock it down next time.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Right, because you'd rather have guys playing aggressive and physical than being too timid.
Wizards making a switch here. Meeks is checked in. Now, here's Mahimi, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
You love that they're making their presence felt on the defensive end. You can't afford to be careless with this team.
41 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Now that's a terrific contest by Oubre. He's got the length and quickness to defend every perimeter spot, 1 through 3.
Bucks trail by 10. Dellavedova kicks to Parker. And the rejection by Mahimi. And that one's good. Parker. 19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Satoransky. There's a screen. This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here is Dellavedova. There's the pass to Muhammad. And so it's Washington with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Back to the action after this word. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form. I followed through and
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
To be sure. I'm just not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking once she beats them in a game of horse.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Protecting that rim early on, that's been a big factor for them tonight.
I'll tell you, rejection after rejection. The other team having a tough time scoring.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Tony Snell, John Henson out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Muhammad in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, this guy's so fluid in transition. Just a great player, Oubre, in the open floor.
Here's Antetokounmpo. And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
And Satoransky kicks to Oubre. Here's Mahimi. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
Now, Kevin, that's pure power, pure effort. Jan Mahimi going to the rack with bad intentions.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Washington leading now by 11. Outside, Scott takes the 3, and that's a foul called on Kelly Oubre. That is his first foul of the game.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
And the Bucks making a change here. Parker's checked in. Markieff Morris is checked in for Washington. Here's Satoransky after the basket by Milwaukee. The dish to Meeks. Wizards passing it around. Passes it to Satoransky. No good with the triple.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
And Muhammad has it in the corner. Stolen. And here we go. Washington fast break. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
For the Wizards, Gortat's checked in for Mahimi. Porter comes in for Oubre. And Beal subbed in for Jody Meeks. Bucks trail by 14. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He's coming off a 22-point game against New Orleans.
You know, couple that with the 4 big blocks. He was awesome on the defensive end as well.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Kicks it to Muhammad. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Defense is right there. Pass to Snell. Wants to get it to Antetokounmpo and does. Henson with the screen. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points now this quarter. Here's Satoransky. Antetokounmpo defending. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. There's Porter with the 3. Muhammad grabs the board.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection. Boy, this guy's a rock. You know, this is a player that you can count on to produce under any circumstance.
Feeds to Gortat. Over to the wing. Here's Satoransky, covered by Parker. Shot clock at 5. Floats one up. He gets it in there. Satoransky's got 10 points in the game.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Bucks trail by 14. Doris is a former guard. You know how much energy it takes to run a team and think a game as well as score. I mean, there's a lot on your plate at that position. What backcourt guys get an advantage of playing with a consistently high motor?
Well, Russell Westbrook, in addition to his ferocity, seems to be able to sustain his level of energy across a 48-minute game. I feel like the guy never gets a rest, so he's one high motor guy. I'll tell you a guy who doesn't do it the same way, but still it's required that he has a level of endurance that maybe would shock people is James Harden. Like, the guy has the basketball in his hands. He's #1 priority in terms of the defensive scout. So Russell Westbrook and James Harden, though they go about the job differently, both are phenomenal at having a great endurance and having the ball so much.
And here's the fast break. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Eric Bledsoe. Beal against Middleton. Here's Satoransky. The rebound by the Bucks. Parker's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Bledsoe outside. Middleton outside. Shot clock at 6. Right side, Beal. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He's got 7.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page. Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Goes up on the wing, and no good. The Bucks go the other way with it. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And the Bucks miss again.
Well, he carves out the space he needs, just the finish was not good.
Porter kicks to Beal. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. The Bucks working the ball around. Bledsoe passes to Middleton. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall.
He's fighting it in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get into any sort of groove.
Here's Satoransky, guarded by Bledsoe. Now Gortat, he has 6. Beal from long range. Beal can't get that one to fall.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Here's Satoransky. He's got 10. He kicks it to Morris. No good from outside. Bucks trail by 8. Here's Parker. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Beal gets a wide open look. Sinks the triple. Beal's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And everyone understands what a healthy Bradley Beal can mean to this team. This guy's a terrific shot maker.
No one around him. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Washington leading now by 11. Here's Beal. Morris. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, defense forgets about Morris and pays the price. He loves to score and can do it a number of ways.
Maker with the ball. Gortat's there. And again, the Bucks miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Listen, Beal could have taken that shot, but the court vision's so good that he sees a chance to get his guy a better look.
Well, you look at Markieff Morris, and you see a player, Greg, who is finally meeting his potential.
And you know what? Give credit to Morris, because he's fallen in line with the team and the staff here. I think he's always had the talent to be an impact player. It just took a structured situation for him to really flourish, and I think he's found a home here in Washington.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
You knew they weren't playing well. They tried to make some adjustments. Those got countered. This just wasn't their night.
Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Jabari Parker.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
A minute 20 left in the second quarter. Here's Maker. The second chance effort. Rebound by Mahimi. Mahimi's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Meeks dishes the Wall. It's Scott on the wing. Pass to Oubre. He feeds it to Wall. And it's sent back by Bledsoe.
There's that wingspan of Bledsoe. Once again, showing up in the stat sheet, this time with the block.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now here's Wall. He's got 10. Out left to the wing. Outside, Scott. Meeks on the wing. Now here's Oubre. Here's Mahimi. And he drops it in from the low post. Mahimi's got 8 points.
Yeah, over the years, Mahimi has become more and more offensive-minded. You get him a paint touch, he's thinking score it.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Now, here's Meeks, defended by Dellavedova. Wall with the steal. He was all alone on that one. 12 points for him.
I tell you, he's getting after it on the offensive end. Wall is doing work.
From deep three-point range, and that's not going to go. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Wizards lead by 16. And now we'll send it. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. You gotta love the John Wall we saw in the first. He had 12 points, 5 assists, and 1 steal. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courts.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't. Bucks trail by 16, so on the floor for Washington. A great scoring pair of wings. Beal the 2, Porter the 3. Morris and Gortat together down low. And it's Wall in at the 1 spot. The Bucks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games. Antetokounmpo, just incredibly talented, a long, lanky, athletic powerhouse of a player.
And Wall kicks to Gortat, and it's Gortat finishing it off.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
There's the screen. Wall passes to Gortat. Middleton against Beal. 5 to shoot. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Wasted no time on that one. 16 points for Thon Maker. Wizards leading by 13. All with it. Now guarded by Antetokounmpo. Off his foot. And the refs whistling a kick ball. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Stolen by Bledsoe.
And you know what? The double team there, that quick hitter threw him for a loop there and forced the turnover.
Well, people are always talking about his scoring, but Bledsoe, very good vision as well, finding the open man there.
Outside, Wall. Rebounded by Maker. Maker's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Middleton dishes to Maker. Gortat with the steal. Here's the break. Porter kicks to Wall. Deflects the pass. Beal's shot is good.
Love to see a shooter like Beal mixing it up on the interior.
In transition, here come the Wizards. Porter's running. No good that time. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And a big story for the Bucks team is that they are slated to play their last season here at the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And then starting in 2018, they'll be playing next door at what should be a beautiful complex.
Yeah, and it was part of the plan to keep the Bucks happy and playing here in Milwaukee. Goal is to have the venue act as a new centerpiece for the downtown district, and it seems like a fantastic place to build a state-of-the-art NBA arena.
Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. Down low, here's Gortat, and that comes off the assist by John Wall. And that's 10 points for Marcin Gortat.
Well, that's just a nice decision by Wall. Found him wide open.
Timeout called, the Bucks.
Well, one thing we know about this Wizards team, they have no problem putting points on the board. Last year, they were 5th in the league in points per game. Offense was the strength of this team. Now, can they put together a little bit on the defensive end?
And the Bucks making a change here. Snell's checked in. And Parker, here we go. Good work defensively by Morris. Wizards leading by 13. Outside, Beal. And here's Wall outside. And again, Washington with the triple. And for the Wizards and their offense, Doris, it starts with the backcourt, but they can hurt you at a lot of positions.
Right, Kev, because they had 6 players averaging double-figure points last season. It's a very strong passing team. They can score inside, they can score outside, and no lead is safe when they are getting shots to fall.
Bledsoe against Wall. Here's Henson. Up top, Bledsoe. Middleton for 3. Gortat with the rebound. Gortat's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Porter with the screen for Wall. And it's Beal in the corner. And again, Washington with the triple.
Folks, we call it cooking. Bradley Beal is working offensively.
Bucks trail by 17. Here's Bledsoe. Makes it off the glass. Bledsoe's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, the score would look a lot different if his teammates could have had the kind of night he's had.
Beal, the pass to Wall. Henson against Gortat. He dishes it to Beal. Porter kicks to Morris. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Bucks.
And really, the long ball hadn't been a big factor for him. Not a lot of attempts, not a lot of makes either. Nothing wrong, though, with probing inside on days when the shots aren't falling.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. It's on Jabari Parker.
He's showing off a polished skill set, is Markieff Morris. Didn't get him the bucket, but earned a trip to the stripe.
And Markieff Morris, a power forward who gives you a different look and a little bit of everything, Doris.
Well, what I love about Keith, he isn't going to back down on the block, and he's able to score in a number of different ways. Got a great nose for the basket, collected when finishing at the rim. This guy adds so much value.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
Henson, a screen on Wall. Gortat with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Morris with the ball. And it's Henson picking him up. Morris dishes to Beal. Looking for Gortat. He gets it there. Over Bledsoe. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket.
Listen, he can hit the mid-range, and the baseline is his sweet spot. Gortat loves it there.
Wall with a block. Parker kicks to Snell. The feed to Henson. Just 5 to shoot. Another shot.
And when Morris is protecting the rim with that kind of effort, what a lift for his group.
Dishes it to Gortat. Stolen by Henson. Here's Middleton. Out to the right wing. Bledsoe for three. Rebounded by the Wizards. Beal the pass to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Exceptional play across the board. I love their tenacity, just piling it on at this point.
You know, and the beauty is it hasn't just been offense, right? It's been the defensive end as well. They're firing on all cylinders right now.
And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his 9th assist in the game now.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Timeout called, the Bucks. Of course, they say that one of the toughest things about calling a game is balancing pure basketball knowledge with entertainment. What's your approach with that topic?
Do you know that was the last piece of broadcasting that I think fell into place for me? For a long time, I felt like I was proving myself, Kevin, so I didn't relax and enjoy it. But my son one time said to me, when we were watching a game, he said, "Mom, you have to understand when the announcers are having fun, we're having fun."
Chemistry is such a big part of it, isn't it?
Crucial.
Washington shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%. And you look at the Bucks and this roster, and the one constant at every position, length. I mean, great height and wingspan. Giannis and Maker, just to name a few.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the jam by Antetokounmpo.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people in our production truck as well. Shot by Wall. Here's Mahimi. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And it's Terry off the drive. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Oubre dishes to Scott. And there's the pass to Oubre. Wall against Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Wall's shot is good. Wall's got 19 points.
Well, that's a big-time finisher around the rim. Wall makes it look easy.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Now the dish to Middleton. It's stolen by Wall. Now here's Meeks. He's guarded closely. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Boy, his marksmanship has been unbelievable this quarter, and they're still down.
On the night, free throw numbers for him, 9 attempts, made 7.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Now, here's Meeks. Terry covering. And Meeks kicks to Scott. They set the pick. Over in the corner, Meeks. No good on the triple. Bucks have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. He shoots again, and it's good on the way in. Antetokounmpo's got 14 points here in the second half.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Mahimi a screen. Scott with a screen on Antetokounmpo. And Wall kicks to Scott. Wall against Antetokounmpo. Meeks on the wing. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And stolen by Scott. Now, here's Meeks. He's tightly guarded, and he comes up with the deuce. Meeks got 7 points for the quarter.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
Maker misses.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
And really the story of the half, one team shooting it lights out, the other, the lights are just out.
Yeah, that's right. You said it. They don't find a way to switch it back on. They're in trouble.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Shabazz Muhammad is checked in for Terry. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Chris Middleton. And a change for the Wizards. Saransky's checked in for Jody Meeks. And the dunk by Maker.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And Wall, here we go now. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You have to love that mentality. John Wall took it in and made sure he drew the contact.
I think everyone can now agree that John Wall is one of the better point guards in the NBA.
No doubt. At this point, when you factor in his production, he's got to be in the top 5, if not top 3 guards in the league. One of the better passers we have as well. It's just hard to find guards that can create so easily the way Wall can.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Oubre, no one around him. The Wizards with another miss. Here's Antetokounmpo.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
Quite a few trips to the line in this one, and he's making them count, going 8 for 10 at the line so far. That's good from Antetokounmpo. Good on both. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Wall up top. From the high post, he drills it. Wall's got 10 points here in the second half.
You can see the satisfaction John Wall takes in making those jumpers. He continues to improve in that area.
John Wall getting it done for the Washington Wizards. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. And we'll be right back after this. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Washington shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. John Henson out there with Tyler Zeller. Then there's Brown. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Jennings in at the point guard. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Back to Dellavedova from downtown. It's hauled in by Frazier.